RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Hello, yes, this is Danhausen.
This is Sunny from Glow.
The Birdman Coco Beware.
Duke the Dumpster Drosen.
Gangrel, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not that flippy stuff.
Get your thrill with the real.
Keep banging and banging.
Take care and Sunny smiles.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of RCW Spotlight. I am your host, your role model, Rick Lieb. And with me, as always, he is the voice of Rubber City Wrestling. Except you weren't there last Saturday. That would be Rici Williams.
Yeah, sucks I wasn't there last week, I know.
Oh, it does. It does, because I got some gloating to do.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
I got some gloating to do.
No.
Let's just say we can't do it this week because, obviously, today is my son Riot's tournament in wrestling. So as soon as I'm done with this, I got to get right back to doing to watching him wrestle. He's going to be competing. He made sectionals, and hopefully he goes on from there. It's his first time making it,
Proud of that kid.
Yeah, very good. He'll drink to that. But you have to split a 40 of Old English 800 with me now. And from what I heard, it makes you moody. And so I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. So because as we all know, my hand was raised in victory at the end of that match. And you know what? That is what we're going to talk about today, are both matches pertaining to the way, because I win the bet. I get to choose what the topic is
Probably
today.
cheat to win, didn't you?
I do not. No, I didn't, and I'll explain.
Mm.
Okay, but before we do that, we have to pay some bills. So we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, I'm going to talk about those two matches. See you in 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
TNT Health, unmasking your potential. So, you want to look like the headline, Vinny DiMaggio? Here's your chance. Let's not be ridiculous. Nobody can look like Vinny. But if you need that energy before your workout, or you want to lose some weight, burn some fat, we got that. You want to build some lean muscle? You can get it at TNT. Or even if you just need the essentials, BCAAs, juiced up. Here at TNT Health, we carry it all. Come visit us at TNTHealth.com.
RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Wake up out there!
This is the Outcast Shannon Moore.
Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz.
Typhoon the Shockmaster and the B.A.D.D.
This is Chad Saylor, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
If you don't believe me, ask me.
I'm Magnum TA, and that's some straight talk with the boss.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Well, last week, as you all know, was New Year's Wrestlution. And, as you probably know, the W.A.Y are the new tag team champions.
Of course. Great.
Congratulations to John Rossiter. Congratulations to Scott
So
E.
my
Stevens.
pick was right for that one.
Well, we both were right.
So I'll take that.
So we can take that. But yeah, they went yard tire crashing on a couple of the
John.
Let's just say that there's no more Hawaiian Lions.
Wait, what?
They destroyed them. They beat them. Now we don't have to worry about them. I mean, I'm not saying the tag teams no more. I'm saying no more Hawaiian Lions holding the World Tag Team Championship.
Really, it sucks they lost. They're a great tag team, but
no, they were a good tag team.
You know, the way I was going to find a way. I'm going to make sure to probably see what they did to find a way to cheat their way to win that match as well.
First of all, can I tell you something? Do you understand the rules of a cage match?
Doesn't matter.
Do you understand the rules of a cage match?
Yes, I do.
What are they?
But I'm just saying.
There are no rules in a cage match. Unless they like with me and Crowley, they put that rule in there where we weren't allowed to cheat. The only objects we were allowed to use were was the steel cage. But in a regular steel cage match, there are no rules. And so, nobody cheated to win. And in this case, nope, there was no outside interference. I mean, sure, Animal might have thrown a chair in the ring, but he didn't interfere in the match. So, all he did was help, and they all four yielded that chair at one time or another. So he just made the match interesting because, you know, the Hawaiian Lions couldn't make it interesting. And so he spiced up the product a little bit. But the good news is the chairman of professional wrestling, John Rossiter, you were going to say Mike Smiley. Not anymore. We have a new chairman of the board. And, of course, the classiest man in the multiverse, Scott E. Stevens, are now your world tag team champions. Now, if you're keeping score at home, kids, that means not only those two, but of course, Harley T. Morris, the world's light heavyweight champion. So we have 3 world champions currently in the way. I'm the only one without a belt. Can you believe it? The 2-time RCW world heavyweight champion. The only one there without a belt. But that'll come soon. Because as everybody knows, because I've made myself clear multiple times since that match, I defeated John Potok in the ring in a steel cage. A steel cage match, mind you, I didn't want to be put in. But I had no choice, they said. You have to be in it. And all I kept thinking is, it's really not going to bode well for this man because there are no rules in a steel cage match.
Thanks, John. I got to hear this bozo talk about
bozo. First of all, did you just call me a bozo?
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to see this live and in person. All right, not really live, but see this when we're doing RCW Global. It's a beautiful thing.
No, I'm going to get a headache tonight. Oh, my gosh.
I can't wait for you to see it. So, in that match, for those of you that missed it, your role model stepped in there and beat John Potok from pillar to post. Boom! I showcased my power in all assets of the game. And when he tried to run out of that cage, even though I get it, you run out of the cage, you win the match. When he tried to run out of that cage like a coward, luckily John Rossiter was there to slam the door in his face. And he had to get back in the ring. And then when he did, I walked outside the ring and I stepped on the ground. I got my victory. But we weren't finished. Because then John Rossiter, Scotty Stevens came back in the ring to help me celebrate. And then all of a sudden, Animal walked in the ring to help me celebrate. And then, out of the blue, Vinny DiMarzo shows up wearing his W.A.Y shirt, comes inside that cage, locks the steel cage with, if we're keeping count, that's 5 of us and 1 John Potok. And I don't know if you remember what we did to Die Hard. let's just say we had a new surprise for John Potok. Because every one of us took turns just stomping and pounding and beating the crap out of him. Then we got to launch him into an Animal clothesline. We got to launch him into a John Rossiter clothesline. And then Animal pulls out of his pocket pure genius. See, he got these papers, right? And he basted them with gunpowder. Just covered them in gunpowder until they were just nice and soaked in there, right? Got them wet, made it, damp it in, and then he dried it. So these were literal shredded papers with gunpowder on it. I lit that thing up, and I threw it in his eyes, and John Potok can't see anymore. I burnt his face up. He probably looks like Freddy Krueger right now. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And in doing so, I retired John Potok for good. Aren't you proud of me?
You done?
No, I'd like to hear what you think.
Well, one, I haven't seen the match yet, so...
That's a good thing. Because then I'd hear you telling me what a disgusting person I am and how terrible the way is.
I mean, yeah.
But the truth is, what we did was we cleaned the closet out of all the trash.
I'm going to be hearing this for like a month now. I'm going to be so irritated.
I don't know if you've realized this, but in the past 2 months, I have retired the Purple Hooter. I've actually taken his head. Oh, it's not up here because I made a belt out of it and walked to the ring with it. That was such a genius idea.
Gosh.
I'll have to bring it back, though. I retired the Purple Hooter. I retired John Potok. What I did is I took 2 old, dingy shirts and I threw them away. I took them off the hangers and I threw them away. And now we don't have to worry about that. And you know who my next victim is now? You, Marcus Knight. Because you're walking around with my belt.
All right, Marcus Knight.
See, I'm the only guy in the way that doesn't have a belt right now, and that doesn't make sense.
Marcus.
So I'm going after Marcus Knight. And I don't care if I have to work my way back up to the top, even though I should always be at the top. I'll do so. And when I do, I'm going to beat the Spotlight, Marcus Knight. What do you think of that?
Sure, great.
Now, since we just had a match on this previous RCW Global that you did get to see finally, we will talk about that. Because I'm done gloating. Next week, we're drinking
Thank God we can actually talk about wrestling and not hear about your yappy out.
We got to watch a Global Television Championship match.
Yes, we did.
Between the Death Sentence, Kevin Douglas, and of course, your boy, Aaron Black. Now, I picked the Death Sentence to win that match. You picked Aaron Black.
Mm-hmm.
But,
no, we picked the manager.
no one would have ever thought that Bob Scott would have told him to get back in the ring instead of getting out and winning the match. And he had it won, and you know he had it won.
I was baffled, I can't lie. I was like, what just happened?
So, you know it and I know it. And so, after that match, because that's the first time I got to see it, after that match, I made a phone call to Bob Scott. And I asked him, I said, bro, why did you send him back in there? He had the match won. And he said that he was under the impression that you either had to pin your opponent or make him submit. So he didn't realize climbing out of the cage would have won. And I'm going to go ahead and believe Bob Scott on this because that man would never lie to me. He's not a liar. He's a great manager. What do you got to say about that? Think he's lying to me? Or do you not know? Because, see, me personally, I think he's telling the truth. I think he thought that you had to pin him or submit him in the ring.
I think Bob Scott screwed him over big time.
Why would he screw over his own guy, though? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I feel like there's something fishy about it. I really do.
I don't get you, man. You're a conspiracy theorist.
But I will
Always
say
got a
this: I
conspiracy.
am very happy for Aaron Black. Well deserved win.
Well deserved.
Congratulations to you.
I don't know. He overlooked him. Admitted he overlooked his opponent and almost got beat.
He still won. Aaron Black
He still won, but I will say this: hell of a match, fantastic match. Both guys impressed me.
Oh yeah, very good match. I mean, the table, like that was nuts.
That was nuts.
Table. Like I'd never seen something so wild in RCW in a minute like that. Oh
yeah, it's been a while. I mean, last time I remember table being broken in RCW was when me and George Davis put Danny England on the shelf for good.
Oh,
that's another guy I retired, Danny England. Gosh, I've retired so many people. Danny England, Die Hard, Alexander Crowley, Purple Hooter,
pretty soon
John
your time will be up.
Pochak. I'm just, you know what I'm doing? I am cleaning out professional wrestling's trash. Taking it all out.
They are not trash.
And I'll be taking the trash out again when I get my shot in Marcus Knight. Remember Marcus used to be great?
He is great. He's a champion.
Champion.
Something you're not, so I don't want to hear it.
You know what?
Did he beat you last time?
You know what? It's time for us. Yep, you're right. Oh, time for us to take a commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to take your questions.
Do you enjoy indie flicks and B-movies? Maybe have a script in mind and want to be showcased? Well, the same company that gave you Footsteps and Night Z, Guru Films, is looking for more ideas. Contact us at thegurufilms1@gmail.com or through the Guru Films Facebook page. So be sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/gurufilms.420 to purchase DVDs and for updates on new films coming soon.
RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment.
This is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
The Mick Foley.
And you are watching
RCW Wrestling from the Rubber City.
Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not the flippy stuff.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube. Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Well, fans, it's that time of the show again. You've got questions?
We got answers.
Now, if you'd like for us to answer your questions on the air, feel free to write us at x.com/Wrestling
Rubber.
All right, let's get into it, man. I heard you said we had some questions that I might enjoy.
Yeah, great questions. This one's by Doug in Akron, Ohio. So I wonder how this is going to go. Hey, Rick.
First of all, if you're going to address me, don't call me Rick. You call me Role Model.
Okay.
Thank you. Go on.
Anyway, hey, Rick. Will you and John have a third match to break the tie?
I literally just posted this because people keep on emailing me about this one and Jeff. No, I am not going to wrestle John anymore. I've already proven my point. I've retired him. You don't have to worry about him. I've put that old dog out. I took old Yeller out back. Took a shot at him. Let's just say we fried that fish. Good answer? Why is this to me? You know he's here. I don't like when people just address me as hi Rick. Don't you think that's kind of disrespectful? I'm your role model. Remember that. Let's go.
Next one's by Randy in Cleveland, Ohio. He says, hi guys, I saw Jeff Meekins came out to save champ. Will he get a rematch with Role Model?
Are you freaking kidding me? I just answered this. Why? Why? Is this funny to you?
I love it. This is great. But go ahead, answer, Role Model.
I took the head off the Purple Hooter. Sure, by doing so, I expose it was Jeff Meekins. But let's make this clear. I don't want anything to do with any of them guys anymore. I've already beaten them. They're already done. Old news. End of story. I don't need to do that. I mean, what was he doing there?
I guess as good as mine. I mean, hey, you had every right to be out there.
You know, I didn't even notice him when I was walking out. I guess I was too busy gloating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so no, to answer your question, these guys, no, I have nothing to do with these guys, man. I'm done. I've already retired them both. They're out of the business. They don't want nothing. Put it this way. It's not that I wouldn't love to wrestle them again, because it's fun getting some easy victories. But the problem is, they don't want the smoke. They don't want anything to do with your role model, Rick Lieb, or The Way. And so, to answer your question, no. Hell no. Please give me a good question.
All right, last question. I'm not even going to say a name, but I love this question. Okay. Hey, role model. I heard you and your girlfriends had to cheat to win last week. When will you grow up?
Oh my gosh, is this hey role model?
Yep.
When will I grow up?
State pen.
When will I? Well, we get not one question for you, by the way.
Oh, I know.
See what happens.
What a great week. I'm loving this.
First of all, when will I grow up?
Yeah, when will you grow up, Omar?
I'm a grown ass man.
That's what they call you now, is Rick.
I'm a grown man. I've been grown up. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. I'm not the one in the state pen. Think about that for a second. So when you ask me when I grow up, and first of all, Ben Dover, is that like your name or is it what you do? I don't have girlfriends. I have a wife and one wife.
I mean, I would call them girlfriends. It kind of makes sense.
No, The Way are not my girlfriends. Listen,
boyfriends,
first of all, The Way are not my girlfriends. The Way is a group of all leaders. Yeah, there is no leaders in The Way. They're all leaders. I hate when people say Rick Lieb in The Way. No, Rick Lieb's in The Way. It's not Rick. First of all, if anything, it'd be Animal in The Way because he's our manager. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear you. I think it's hilarious, though, but go on if you want to.
What is wrong with you? You're such a mark. I'm just saying this right now. I'm grown up. I am the greatest wrestler in the world today. I'm the GOAT. And it's time I take my throne back. And by saying it's time to take my throne back, I'm saying, Marcus Knight, I want you. I want you one more time because that's all it's going to take. And when I beat you, then we're going to know why I call myself the GOAT of professional wrestling.
Isn't he undefeated against you?
No, he is not. Anyway.
What's your guys' record head to head? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
isn't it like 2-1, 3-1? Like
no. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff.
See, that's the thing.
I'm
you
pretty
don't
sure.
Pay attention. I do. You have lost the 2 previous matches. So, I don't think you can call yourself the GOAT until you do beat Marcus. How about that?
Okay. Well, then I'll be calling myself the GOAT as soon as he gives me another shot at that belt. If he does. I mean, there's no saying he will. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay.
Anyway, we got to get out of here. So, for Rici Williams, I am your role model, Rick Lieb. And join us again next week for another edition of RCW Spotlight. Salute. I'm out of here.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
I'm immortal.
aftermath. When I hate, I attack.